Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore is a 2022 fantasy film directed by David Yates from a screenplay by Kelvin, Rowling and Steve Kloves. The sequel to Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald 2018, it is the third installment in the Fantastic Beasts film series and the 11th overall in the Wizarding World franchise. Its cast includes Eddie Redmayne, Jude Law, Ezra Miller, Fogler, Alison Sudol, Callum Turner, Jessica Williams, Katherine Waterston, and Mads Mikkelsen. Set several years after the events of its predecessor, the film sees Albus Dumbledore tasking Newt Scamander and his allies with a mission that takes them into the heart of Dark Wizard Gellert Grindelwald's army. Always intended to be at least a trilogy, the third Fantastic Beasts film was slated for release in November 2020 before it was pushed back to July 2022 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Much of the main cast from the first two films confirmed their involvement in March 2020. Principal photography was set to begin in early 2020, but was postponed due to the pandemic, eventually commencing in September 2020. Johnny Depp, who portrayed Grindelwald in previous films, initially was set to return and filmed one scene for the film, but was asked to resign in November 2020 following a court case finding against him regarding allegations he committed domestic violence. Mads Mikkelsen replaced him later that month. Filming took place until February 2021. The Secrets of Dumbledore premiered in London on 29 March 2022 and was theatrically released on 8 April 2022 in the United Kingdom and in the United States on 15 April by Warner Bros. Pictures. The film received mixed reviews from critics and has grossed over $405 million worldwide against a budget of $200 million, becoming the 9th highest grossing film of 2022, but the lowest grossing film of the Wizarding World franchise. Plot. Albus Dumbledore and Gellert Grindelwald briefly meet in a Muggle tea shop where they acknowledge their mutual feelings. Grindelwald vows to destroy the Muggle world, but Dumbledore denounces the plan as madness, saying he once supported it only because he was young and foolish. In Quayland, China, 1932, Newt Scamander helps a Killin, a magical creature that can see into one's soul as well as the future give birth. Grindelwald's acolytes, led by Credence Barebone, attack and kill the mother and kidnap the newborn. Grindelwald subsequently kills the creature, intending to harness its ability of precognition. Unbeknownst to them, the Killin had twins, the younger of which Newt saved. Unable to battle Grindelwald due to the blood pact, Albus Dumbledore recruits Newt's brother Theseus, Ilvermorny charms teacher Lally Hicks, Senegalese French wizard Yusuf Koma, American nomad Jacob Kelski, and Newt's assistant Bunty to thwart Grindelwald's plan for world domination. They travel to Berlin, Germany, where Yusuf is planted as a spy in Grindelwald's inner circle. Grindelwald has converted Queenie Goldstein, use legitimacy to test Yusuf's trustworthiness. The International Confederation of Wizards ICW acquits Grindelwald of all previous criminal charges, allowing for his candidacy as Supreme Mugwump of the head of the ICW, despite Dumbledore's attempts to otherwise persuade current Supreme Mugwump Anton Virgil. Meanwhile, Grindelwald's acolytes, who have undermined the German Ministry of Magic, arrest Theseus and plot to assassinate the Brazilian Supreme Mugwump candidate, Vicente Santos. Dumbledore dispatches Newt to the Erkstag, a secret German wizarding prison where Theseus is held. Lally and Jacob escape after successfully preventing the assassination, but Jacob is framed for attempting to murder Grindelwald, who then justifies suppressing all Muggles. Meanwhile, Credence battles Albus Dumbledore, who quickly defeats him. Credence learns he is the illegitimate son of Albus IV Dumbledore, Albus Dumbledore's brother. Credence then questions his loyalty to Grindelwald. Elsewhere, Newt and Theseus escape the Erkstag and use a portkey to transport to Hogwarts. Wizarding World leaders gather in Bhutan for the Walk of the Killin ritual, where a Killin selects a worthy new Supreme Mugwump. Using necromancy, Grindelwald reanimates the dead Killin and, knowing Dumbledore and Newt will bring the surviving twin Killin to the ritual, he gives Credence a last chance to redeem himself. To thwart Grindelwald's cohorts, each Dumbledore ally carries an identical suitcase with only one containing the Killin. The team arrive in Bhutan and are immediately confronted by Grindelwald's minions. Queenie renounces Grindelwald and reunites with Jacob, but they are caught. The manipulated dead Killin chooses Grindelwald during the Supreme Mugwump selection ceremony. He immediately declares war on all Muggles and tortures Jacob with the Cruciatus curse until Santos intervenes and stops the curse. Credence, Newt, and Bunty expose Grindelwald. Bunty then produces the surviving Killin, which bows to Dumbledore, who declines the position. Santos is then chosen as the new Supreme Mugwump. Enraged, Grindelwald tries to kill Credence, who is simultaneously protected by Aberforth and Albus. Dumbledore's and Grindelwald's clashing spells break the blood pact. Their ensuing battle reaches a stalemate and Grindelwald separates. In the aftermath, Aberforth accepts the ailing Credence as his son and takes him home. Jacob and Queenie marry at Jacob's bakery, with most of the group and Tina Goldstein in attendance. Newt spots Dumbledore watching from across the street. Dumbledore thanks Newt before disappearing into the night. Cast: Eddie Redmayne as Newt Scamander, a British Ministry of Magic employee in the Beast Division of the Department for the Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures, as well as a self-proclaimed magizoologist. He played a part in remedying the events of a violent attack in New York City in December 1926 involving dark wizard Gellert Grindelwald. He is a confidant of Albus Dumbledore, despite being an outcast from certain circles of the British wizarding community due to his checkered past. Jude Law as Albus Dumbledore, an extremely powerful and influential wizard in the British wizarding community, known in the British Ministry of Magic and throughout the wider wizarding world for his academic brilliance, and teacher of defense against the dark arts at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. He holds a blood pact with Grindelwald, with whom he was in love and had a close relationship as a young adult, preventing them from dueling each other. Ezra Miller as Credence Barebone/Aurelius Dumbledore, the disturbed adopted child of Mary Lou Barebone, severely abused and downtrodden and named Credence Barebone. Enraged by people's treatment of him, during the incident of 1926 he set his obscure parasite loose in New York City, causing widespread destruction. He survived in a tiny obscurus fragment and was sought out by Grindelwald. He initially believed that he was Corvus Lestrange, Lestrange's deceased half-brother. However, at the end of the second film, Grindelwald claimed that his real name is Aurelius Dumbledore and that his brother, Albus, would seek to kill him. In the third film, he is identified as being Albus's nephew rather than his brother, as he is actually the legitimate son of Albus's brother Aberforth. Dan Fogler as Jacob Kalski, an American no-match veteran of the First World War, owner of a bakery, friend of Newt, and lover of Queenie. When she returns, he later marries her and Newt serves as his best man. Alison Sudol as Queenie Goldstein, the pretty and vivacious renegade younger sister of Tina, who worked alongside her in the Magical Congress of the United States of America Macusa. She is a powerful natural legilimens. After being convinced that Grindelwald will make her dream of marrying Jacob come true, she went rogue and joined his side, eventually abandoning her lover and sister. She later returns to Jacob and they marry at his bakery. Her sister serves as maid of honour. William Nadalam as Yusuf Koma, a French wizard of Senegalese descent from an old wizarding family and an ally of Newt, who previously attempted to kill Credence while falsely believing him to be his former stepfather's son. Corvus Lestrange v. Callum Turner as Theseus Scamander, Newt Scamander's older brother, who is a dedicated and loyal Auror, as well as the head of the Auror Office in the British Ministry of Magic. He is famous for the title War Hero for his excellent show of bravery and generosity in the First World War. He constantly tries to tame Newt into more elegance so that he is better accepted in society. He lost his fiancée Letta Lestrange in September 1927 after she sacrificed herself in Grindelwald's rally in Père Lachaise, Paris, to save the Scamander brothers. Jessica Williams as Eulalie Lally Hicks, a respected charms teacher at America's Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Victoria Yeats as Bunty, Newt Scamander's indispensable magizoology assistant. Poppy Corby-Touch as Hinda Rosa, Grindelwald's loyal right-hand follower. Fiona Glascott as Minerva McGonagall, a teacher at Hogwarts and Albus Dumbledore's colleague. Katherine Waterston as Tina Goldstein, an American Macusa Auror and currently head of the Auror Office in Macusa. She is Queenie Goldstein's sister and Newt's love interest. She played a role in thwarting Gellert Grindelwald during the Obscurus incident of 1926, for which she and Newt were initially blamed. Mads Mikkelsen as Gellert Grindelwald, an infamous powerful dark wizard who caused mass violence, terror, and chaos around the globe, seeking to lead a new wizarding world order based on his strong belief in wizarding superiority. He had a close relationship with Dumbledore as a teenager. Mikkelsen replaces Johnny Depp, who played Grindelwald in the first two films, due to the latter's libel case with news group newspapers limited over his alleged domestic abuse of his ex-wife, Amber Heard. The story does not acknowledge or explain the change in Grindelwald's appearance between films, which Mikkelsen described as a deliberate choice. Other cast members include Richard Cole as Aberforth Dumbledore, Albus Dumbledore's younger brother, owner of the Hogshead Inn, and Credence's biological father, Oliver Musksire as Anton Vogel, the current supreme head of the International Confederation of Wizards ICW and Minister of Magic for Germany, Maria Fernanda Candida as Vicentia Santos, candidate for the post of Supreme Head of the ICW and Minister of Magic for Brazil, and Dave Wong as Liu Tao, candidate for the post of Supreme Head of the ICW and Minister of Magic for China. Additionally, Alexander Kuznetsov appears as Helmut, an Auror of the German Ministry of Magic and an acolyte of Grindelwald, while Valerie Pachner appears as Henrietta Fischer, Secretary for the German Ministry of Magic. The minor cast also includes Modja Bloom as Caro, Paul Lohang as Abuni, Ramona Kunz Lubner as Edith, Matthias Brenner as Otto, and Peter Simonishik as Warder, among others. Hebe Batesall also briefly reprises her role as Ariana Dumbledore from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Book 2 2011 in an uncredited appearance, seen in a magical painting. Development. In October 2014, Warner Bros. Pictures announced the film as at least a trilogy, with the third installment to be released on 20 November 2020. In July 2016, director David Yates confirmed that Kelvin. Rowling had ideas for the third film's screenplay. In October 2016, it was reported that the Fantastic Beasts film series would comprise 5 films, and Eddie Redmayne would be returning to all films to play the lead role of Newt Scamander, with producers Rowling, David Heyman, Steve Kloves, and Lionel Wigram. In November 2016, Yates revealed that he would be directing all 5 films, stating, "I love making films, and I've got a great team, all of whom are like family." In October 2018, Johnny Depp hinted that he might return to portray Gellert Grindelwald for the third film, which was stopped filming in mid 2019. On 7 February 2019, it was revealed the film would be set in the 1930s, with the story leading up to the Wizarding World's involvement in World War II and exploring the magical communities in Bhutan, Germany and China, in addition to previously established locations including the United States and United Kingdom. In November 2019, Warner Bros. Put out a press release announcing the film's location of Brazil, a spring 2020 start of production, and that Steve Kloves, who had previously served as screenwriter on the Harry Potter films, had joined the project as co-writer. Casting. In March 2020, Jude Law, Johnny Depp, Ezra Miller, Alison Sudol, Dan Fogler, Callum Turner, Katherine Waterston, Claudia Kim and Jessica Williams were revealed to be reprising their roles from previous films, alongside Eddie Redmayne. Kevin Guthrie, who played Abernathy in the first 2 installments, was set to return but was fired before production began due to his trial and eventual conviction in a sexual assault case. In November 2020, Depp announced he would not reprise his role as Grindelwald after being asked by Warner Bros. To resign due to negative publicity resulting from the libel case. Depp v News Group newspapers limited Depp shot only 3 scenes in London, Framestore, after production began in September 2020, and his contract stipulated that he be paid regardless of whether the film was completed or not. Depp's salary was reportedly somewhere between $16 million. On 25 November, Warner Bros. Announced that Mads Mikkelsen would replace Depp in the role of Grindelwald. Mikkelsen opted not to emulate Depp's performance, stating in an interview that it would be creative suicide, but acknowledged that there still needed to be some sort of bridge between what came before. Filming. Principal photography was scheduled to begin on 16 March 2020, but was postponed on that very day due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Filming officially commenced in London on 20 September, with safety precautions in place to keep the cast and crew safe from COVID-19. On 3 February 2021, filming at Warner Bros. Studios, Leavesden in the UK, was halted after a crew member tested positive for COVID-19. Composer James Newton Howard confirmed later that month that production had wrapped filming. Although the film is partially set in Berlin and Bhutan, it was not filmed on location. These areas were reimagined and reconstructed in the vast backlot and sound stages of Warner Bros. Studios Leavesden. Marketing. The film marketing campaign began in September 2021, the same day the title was announced as Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. On 10 December 2021, a sizzle reel promo was released by Warner Bros. Pictures to celebrate the Wizarding World's 20th anniversary, showing clips from previous films and events of the franchise and ending with a quick teaser for the film, while also announcing that a full trailer would be released the following Monday. The film's official trailer was officially released on 13 December 2021, with a teaser poster being released the following week. On 22 February 2022, 18 posters featuring characters from the film were released online. A second trailer was announced to be released on Thursday, 24 February 2022 by actor Jude Law through the film's social media, but was later delayed. The trailer was eventually released on 28 February, along with the official poster for the film. The official hardcover screenplay was scheduled to be released on 19 July 2022, 3 months after the film's theatrical release. Warner Bros. Spent over $21 million in television advertisement and promotion merchandise, with the film generating over 958 million impressions on airing channels NBC, ABC, TBS, CBS, and Sci-Fi during the March Madness, Winter Olympics, NBA games, and other sports and events. The film was one of the many merchandise that includes Warner Bros. Consumer products as limited edition art prints from the leader calling Harry Potter, The Exhibition, Insight Editions, Fantastic Beasts, Secrets of Dumbledore, Movie Magic, Wizarding World's Niffler figure with 1 card, Hot Topics casual clothes and t-shirts, the Sports Axe bag and accessories, Build-A-Bear Workshop's character plushie that includes Niffler, Boat and more, and Funko Pop's action figure out of characters based on the film. Warner's international YouTube channels are getting 125.1 million views from Indonesia, Brazil, Ireland, UK, Spain and more countries, and was one of the strong viral reposting rates with 18.1. Theatrical. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore premiered at the Royal Festival Hall in London on 29 March 2022. It was first released to cinemas in Belgium and the Netherlands on 6 April 2022, followed by other European countries, Australia, China, and Japan through 8 April, the United States and Argentina on 15 April, and the Philippines on 16 April. In the United Arab Emirates, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait, and Lebanon, the film was released on 28 April 2022. The Secrets of Dumbledore was made available to stream on HBO Max on 30 May 2022. The film was initially scheduled to be released on 12 November 2021, but following Depp's departure, his roles recasting with Mikkelsen, and the COVID-19 pandemic, Warner Bros. Shifted the release to 15 July 2022. In September 2021, the film's release was pushed forward 3 months early to 15 April 2022. It was later announced that the film would be released a week earlier in the United Kingdom and Ireland on 8 April 2022. Home media. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore was released for digital download on 30 May 2022 and on Ultra HD Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray, Blu-ray and DVD on 28 June 2022. Box office. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore has grossed $95.09 million in the United States and Canada and $309.03 million in other territories. In the United States and Canada, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore was projected to gross around $40 million from 4,200 theaters in its opening weekend. The film made $20 million on its first day, including $6 million on the Thursday night previews. It went on to debut $42.02 million, topping the box office, but marking the lowest opening of the Wizarding World franchise. Women over 25 38% were the largest demographic, followed by men over 25 33%. The film grossed $14 million in its second weekend, dropping 67% and finishing in third place, marking the second worst second weekend drop for the Wizarding World franchise after Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 saw a 72% second weekend drop in 2011. It added $8.03 million in its third weekend, $4.03 million in its fourth, $2.06 million in its fifth, and $1.95 million in its sixth. The film dropped out of the box office top 10 in its seventh weekend, finishing 11th with $808,381. Outside the US and Canada, the film earned $56.09 million from 22 international markets in its opening weekend. In Germany, the film's $9.02 million debut was the best opening for Warner Bros. Since 2019's Joker. The film made $71.07 million in its second weekend. This included openings of $7.01 million in both France and Mexico, the latter of which was the second biggest opening for Warner Bros. During the pandemic. It added $38.03 million in its third international weekend, crossing the $200 million worldwide mark. It crossed the $300 million mark in its fourth weekend. It made an additional $10.08 million in its fifth weekend, $3.09 million in its sixth, and another $3.09 million in its seventh, $2.09 million in its eighth, and $2.04 million in its ninth. Critical response. On review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 46% based on 232 reviews, with an average rating of 5.4/10. The website's critics' consensus states, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore avoids some of the pitfalls that plagued its predecessor, but lacks much of the magic that drew audiences into the Wizarding World many movies ago. Metacritic assigned the film a weighted average score of 47 out of 100 based on 49 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews and marking the lowest score on the site for a Wizarding World film. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of B+ on an A+ to Fahrenheit scale, tied for the lowest of the franchise with The Crimes of Grindelwald, while those at Post-Track gave it an 81% positive score, with 63% saying they would definitely recommend it. A particular focus of praise from some reviews was that Mads Mikkelsen outperformed Johnny Depp in the role of Grindelwald. Accolades. The film has been nominated for Best Fantasy Film at the 47th Saturn Awards. Future. The Fantastic Beasts film series was initially speculated to be a trilogy, but in October 2016, Rowling announced that the series would be composed of 5 films, later confirming that the story of the series would consist of a sequence of events that occurred between the years of 1926 and 1945. In February 2022, producer David Yates revealed that work on the script for Fantastic Beasts 4 had not begun yet. In April 2022, Variety reported that Warner Bros. Greenlighting the final 2 installments would be dependent on the critical and commercial performance of The Secrets of Dumbledore. Mads Mikkelsen said that Johnny Depp could return as Grindelwald in another film.